I went on the Manchester City website to see if they've got anything interesting to say on the derby, and they've got a guest blog by Kevin Kennedy. You might be wondering, who's Kevin Kennedy? I recognise his face from something years ago. Well, yeah, you're right. He played Curly Watts in Coronation Street. So that's Manchester City's big draw for one of the biggest games of the season. We've got Curly Watts. He says he gets nervous on derby day, especially if he can't watch the game. He just starts pacing around the room, checking for updates, which is going to be worrying for him because he is on stage on Monday, he says. So, I mean, don't go see us play on Monday because he's going to be supposed to be delivering lines. He's going to be pacing up and down the stage just going, "What's the score? Let's just stop this for a second and go, what is the score?" You know, if he finds out all of a sudden that they're 1-0 down, he's going to come on stage and he's going to deliver the next scene terribly. He's going to be like, yes, I love you too. Yeah, on, we are going to be happy together. Absolutely brilliant. Piece of shit. Or then if they go 2-1 up and he's got to do a death scene, he's going to have the most ecstatic death scene in the world, just like, "Yes, I've been shot in the face," holding his chest because he's been shot in the face. You might think, "Ian, that was a mistake by you." It's a mistake by Curly Watts because he's such a terrible actor and blogger. Give you an example of how bad he is at sentences. This is a sentence that he wrote. There's no full stops in this. I'm reading it how it is. "We have a good system for staying in touch with what's happening in games taking place at the same time as the shows. We have various people set in and around the stage." What does that mean? That is the worst sentence I've ever read. What he's basically saying is they have a good system for staying in touch with a game, which I'm guessing basically is someone is on their phone. That's not a system, Curly. That's someone on a phone. You've got someone by the side of the stage on the phone reading you the football scores when you're supposed to be entertaining the public of wherever it is you do in your play. I'm guessing a small theatre in a small town because he hasn't done a lot since Coronation Street. I loved him on Coronation Street. Thought he was a great guy. Don't like his choice of football club, but you know, each to their own. He had some great storylines in the supermarket. But since he's left, he's clearly gone absolutely mental. He can't form a sentence together, and he thinks a mobile phone and someone checking the scores is a system. That's not a system, that's a man. That's a man on a phone. He says something else here. This is something you're probably wondering, what was it like on Coronation Street in Manchester during a derby? Well, luckily Curly tells us. On Coronation Street, it was fairly even split between red and blue, and the atmosphere was always fraught on Derby Day. No, it wasn't, Curly. Betty, God rest her soul, she wouldn't have been going, "Oh God, I can't work with Ken Barlow today because he's a Man United fan and I'm a big City fan." That is never going to happen. All that happened on Coronation Street is everyone had a beautiful sort of shared, lovely time. They sort of bonded over the fact that they'd like to do proper acting and not soap acting, and that's about it. Although Sally and Kev, on stage partners, absolutely hated each other because Sally was a Man City fan, Kev's a Man United fan, and Sally's been known to lash out on public tours. There's been public tours of Coronation Street. Someone's gone in with a Manchester United top and Sally has bitten a kid's nose off. Now you might think that could be libel if she hasn't bit a kid's nose off, but she has bitten a kid's nose off. She definitely has. Whatever the actress's name is. I don't know the actress's name, I just know her as Sally, which is now what her family call her as well. My prediction for the match though, that's what's important. 2-1 United. We're going to have Van Persie scoring again in the big match. De Gea's going to have a solid performance. He's on a good run of form. Bebe is going to come back from loan and score an overhead kick. You heard it here first. Or at least two of those three things will happen. Maybe Van Persie won't score. But it's going to be 2-1. Drop ball! Yeah!